Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about another MAP or minor attracted person, or as we in reality refer to them as pedophiles. Now if I use the term MAP, it's mostly to avoid demonetization, which would then hide my video, and then there's no point of making a video if none of the people who are subscribed see it. But anyway, so a couple of days ago, I was made aware of a profile on Instagram that's called Rar Face Mish. Now on the profile, it did say Mish, so I don't know if that's their real name, a nickname, a pseudonym, whatever. I'm gonna refer to them as Mish. And they had a post up that was talking about being proud of being a MAP, a pedophile. So this was the post that brought a lot of attention. It said, "I'm proud of my attraction. Hashtag MAP positivity, no MAP pride, MAP pride, pedosexual." And if you'll see, it doesn't have 1,000 likes, but it does have almost 1,000 comments, and all of those were essentially dragging this person, and rightfully so. So then I went on their story where they were doing like a Q&A. So it says, "MAP pride, my age of attraction is 2-year-old to 12-year-old, ask me anything." So under there's also a curious cat profile. I looked it up and it's gone. So I don't know if they just removed everything or if they were removed by these various platforms after being reported to hell. So anyway, let's go through these. And the reason I'm going through these is because, first of all, I'm going to show you a picture of this person. So if you're under 18 and ever come across them, block, report. And if you're over 18, probably do the same thing, block and report, but you're obviously less at risk. Also because this person's age of attraction for children is between 2 years old and 12 years old, which in and of itself, repulsive. So a lot of these questions, or a lot of the answers to the questions this person gave were extremely taunting. For example, someone said, "Are you aware that you're disgusting? You're a proud pedo." And they responded, "I'm proud of it, silly butt." Then it said, "As a female who was born female and preyed on MAPs, you scare me." And she said, "My age of attraction is 2 to 12, so if you're older than that, you shouldn't fear anything, to be honest." And a lot of the times this person seemed to actually miss the point. Now, mind you, I don't believe that any person's comment can automatically change someone's mind, and I don't think Mish would one day wake up and being like, "Wow, being a pedophile is fucking disgusting and I need to seek treatment." I know nothing of that was gonna happen, but I honestly almost wonder why this person did a Q&A, if it's only for ego boost to have like all these people asking you questions and giving you attention, even if it's negative, or what they were trying to do. Maybe they were trying to find other maps. Who the fuck knows? And I just want to add a quick point that if they are looking for other maps and if they are looking to build a community, I find that in and of itself concerning, because she seems to be very okay with touching children, abusing children, and so on. So it wouldn't even be a MAP community of people supporting each other and going to treatment and doing whatever they can to not be threats. It would be rather a community who might be sharing child pornography, who might be sharing profiles to lurk and try to, I don't know, get in contact with. So that's what scares me about the fact that she was so openly posting, because it would probably attract others that would be like, "Oh, hey, I'm the same." And that just seems disastrous to me. So then it says, "Are you ever gonna have kids? If so, are you gonna do this to them?" "I plan on it. If my kids are girls, then absolutely." Part of me really wanted to think this was a troll, and the fact is, it almost doesn't matter if they're a troll, because what they're doing is inherently hurtful, because they still are pushing the narrative that MAPs should be part of the LGBTQ community, that being a pedophile or a pedosexual, as a lot of these people refer to themselves, is okay and on the same level as being gay, bi, trans, whatever part of the LGBTQ community you want to pick, and it's just not. It is under no circumstance part of the LGBT community. As the B in the LGBT, I'm telling you, get the fuck out. We don't want you here. We really don't. I'd prefer prison. That can be your community, the prison community. And here we come to the typical argument we see from pedophiles over and over again, which has been debunked over and over again. Not that you really need crazy amounts of science to debunk it, but it said, "Why are you pro-contact?" And they responded, "Because I believe children can consent, and I'm honest." Children can't consent. I love that in 2020 I have to say that children cannot consent. But I don't know what kind of idiot, moron, fuck this person. I don't know how this person who is interested in 2-year-olds, and in one of their stories even said the younger the better, it's deluded to think that they can consent. And I honestly think that they don't think that children can consent, more like they trick themselves into thinking that, because that in some way makes it, less perverse, I suppose, that you pretend that children can consent. Granted, some people might actually genuinely believe it, but aside from that, there was also another story, which of course I didn't have time to get the screenshot because there were like a billion stories, where she likened consent to children picking an ice cream flavor. She said, oh yeah, children can pick vanilla or chocolate, therefore they can choose to consent. That analogy does not compute. So this is a part that particularly pissed me off because you'll see. It says, "How do you feel about the backlash coming out as a map?" And the person said, "It's expected. I faced worse as a trans woman, to each their own." I wasn't sure if they're saying that they're facing worse because they're trans and a pedophile, or if they faced worse adversities just on them being trans. Now, if it's just on them being trans, I don't know. I'm not trans, but it's hard for me to believe that people would be more aggressive towards you than pedophiles. Like, I think that overall pedophiles are one of the most hated group of people, period. It's hard for me to believe that they got worse backlash. I just don't know if they were trying to link the two together or not. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. And then I thought this part was interesting because someone said, "Being a map isn't cute, a girl who was sexually abused by adults." Mish said, "Yes, it is a girl who was sexually abused by adults." So then I started thinking, okay, well, this might be one of the cases of people who become or are pedophiles because of abuse that occurred to them and trauma of the past, which doesn't make it okay suddenly to be a pedophile who's all pro-contact, but it could be an explanation as to why they seem so brazen and comfortable with what they are. So the last thing I screenshotted was a picture of this person, and typically I wouldn't do that, but considering their profile was public, considering that they were putting out these dangerous messages, I do think it's important to have a picture to associate in case they start a new profile, and in case they try to start anew, maybe create a profile that's a little bit less blatant. I would like to believe that Instagram took them down. However, if you followed some of my videos in the past, Instagram is fuckery, just pure fuckery, because the amounts of profiles that have been sent to me and that I've talked about on this channel before the videos were removed because the person filed a privacy complaint. There are so many profiles of young girls, I want to say between the ages of 11 and 14, who pose in completely sexualized poses, sexualized attire. I'm talking about, there was a person I made a video about, Karen Lopez. She's the one who got my video removed and I got threats, and it was not a good time because I think there's something to do with trafficking going on there. She has now evolved, the last I checked, she has a bunch of different pages, to essentially just wearing pasties. This person is not 18. On a live stream, they admitted to not being 18. In the DMs, they tried telling me that they're just pretending to be younger, which is even fucked in its own thing, because then what, your whole audience is pedophiles and you're just good? I could go off. The reason that profiles like this concern me so much, aside from the fact that they could be preying on young children in the DMs, is that, like I said, because there are so many sexualized profiles of young girls, I feel like both of these two worlds that are kind of the same world but not exactly, one panders to pedophiles without being outright about it, and here we have someone who's outright about being a pedophile. The fact that those two worlds exist on Instagram and they're very lightly monitored scares the shit out of me, because there are 12-year-olds who are just posting normal pictures, 15-year-olds who are just posting normal pictures, just being kids, and then there are these fucking creeps who are lurking and might make contact, might pretend to be their same age. No, absolutely not. But Instagram doesn't take these cases seriously, because a bunch of my subscribers did report Karen Lopez, and what happened? Nothing. I got my video removed for shedding a light on the fact that what she was posting was inappropriate. While this was about this particular predator, I'm also talking about Instagram not really stepping in to do things, which is why we kind of have to step in and try to report as much as we can when we see people who are pro-contact. The sole concept of people feeling comfortable enough online to say, yes, I think it's okay to molest, abuse, traumatize children is disgusting. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you've noticed anything about how Instagram is treating these particular accounts. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.